if I pass, right, should my kid or kids be, the house gets passed down to their kids automatically or not?
Even if the husband is on the deed, okay, and the wife is not, it's not automatic the wife gets it. She has to go to court.
It's not automatic. আপনাকে কোর্টে যেতে হবে, আপনাকে অনেক কিছু প্রমাণ করতে হবে, and the state will come, they say, okay, nobody owns it, so we may want to take it back.
It is a possibility. Why the trust over the will? The reason is there's no contest really, right? So if you have a will or if you die intestate, you give the beneficiaries an opportunity to contest the distribution.
What happens if a person dies without a will or a trust? What happens to that property?
Yeah, so this is the worst of all situations, right? Because this means that you died what's called intestate.
Correct.
So so then the intestacy laws take over, and then it has a set distribution according to EPTL, right? The estates law. But one of so obviously you have to go to court, so you lose the kids lose the court costs money, they lose the time, it takes about 9 months, and then now there's fighting involved, right? So when even on a will contest, which is amazing, right? One of the benefits, and the sister just asked, why the will or why the trust over the will? The reason is there's no contest really, right? So if you have a will or if you die intestate, you give the beneficiaries an opportunity to contest the distribution. Right? So if you said, listen, I have 2 properties, 3 properties, I'm going to give one to one child, one to another, and then a child gets upset, they could contest it. They could fight. And that's what the trust doesn't give them the opportunity to go to court, right? Basically, we put a no contest provision inside there. So in the event they do, they lose their share. But as far as on the issue of what happens when you die intestate, you lose that stepped up basis. So now they have to pay capital gains tax, and obviously it becomes marital estate. So then it becomes part of the marital estate, and it's subject to divorce.
Yeah. So Natasha Samba, everyone is doing good. Thank you for asking. She was asking.
No, it's great.
We're doing well, and I hope you are doing well too. Now, this question is generally I hear a lot, and from a law perspective, from an expert attorney who has been working on wills and trusts for many years, I want to ask you this. And many people do it, and that's why I think it's a very valid question. Should you put if somebody wants to put their kids on their house title, right, and they do it before they pass away, while they're alive, they're living, should you?
So that I think we're going to be on that topic for a few minutes.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So I see it coming a lot, but I think we just have to understand first the law, right? So once if you were to gift the property to the child during its lifetime, all right? I see that happen a lot. I see people, they take the easy way out, they take a deed, they put it into the child's name. The consequences of that are significant. Number one, again, it's part of their marital property. Number 2, they lose the stepped up basis. So you have to understand what the stepped up basis is, right? So this was something that was fought back when the Democrats were in control. They wanted to remove, AOC and Bernie wanted to remove with stepped up basis, you get the fair market value of when the person passes away. You bought the property for $500,000, you're now worth $1 million, right? The property, you would get the basis at $1 million. If you do a gift, they get it at $500,000. So now they're paying this capital gains tax, right? And again, you lose it to divorce, right? So the parents gave it to the kid, and then all of a sudden the kid gets divorced, they end up losing the property. So it's really, it makes no sense to me why you would do that. You're going to give it to your child, give it to them in the trust, right? And again, we just went through the benefits of the trust. So yeah, so you should do it. I can't express how important it is to do it during your lifetime. And again, to avoid these things that we've been talking about for a few minutes. Now, I think you said something about if you're going to.
There are more things. There are more things to it.
Okay.
So the simple answer would be: should you add them to the title or not?
No, the answer is no.
No, the answer is no. Based on what you just said. Yeah. I have a good question, and Neelpuri, that's her. I'm saying her, but I'm not sure. I'm going to say her because it's Puri. She asked a good question. I'm going to read it in Bangla and then pass it to you. আমরা যারা বাড়ির মালিক আছি তারা মারা যাওয়ার পর তাদের সন্তান কি বাড়ির মালিক হতে পারবে না? This is a very common question, and it's a very good question. So she asked, I'm assuming she owns a house. She said, the people who own the house or a house or the house, whatever, if I pass, right, should my kid or kids be, the house gets passed down to their kids automatically or not? That's the question.
Okay,
right?
so yes. So
that's a very...
excellent question, because I hear it all the time.
Right.
So in Bangladesh, it is automatic, okay? Not in New York. So if she were to not do anything, then now that we've educated ourselves, right, she would die intestate. Now you heard the 4 or 5 bad things that come with that. So the answer is you don't want to just not do anything. It does not happen automatic. Even, and we had discussion in the prior
one,
year,
yes.
that even if the husband is on the deed, okay, and the wife is not, it's not automatic the wife gets it. She has to go to court, right? And we had that horrible discussion where that sister, she has cancer, her husband passed away, and she has to do all. So yeah, it's not automatic.
Okay, so after simple questions, it's not automatic. আপনাকে কোর্টে যেতে হবে, আপনাকে অনেক কিছু প্রমাণ করতে হবে, and the state will come, they say, okay, nobody owns it, so we may want to take it back.
It is a possibility.
It's a possibility, and that happens. Yeah, and after all this drama, if you get this, the IRS is going to come and say, hey, here's the tax for the fair market value for this house.
Absolutely.
আপনার মার্কেটের বাড়ির মূল্য ধরুন আপনি যখন ক্রয় করেছিলেন $500,000, let's say এখন এটা $1 million. The IRS will say, hey, this is my portion with the tax from the capital gain.
Yes.
So আমি প্লিজ আপনারা যারা বাড়ির মালিক আছেন, this is জেনে রাখবেন, আপনার বাচ্চা, আপনার সন্তান অটোমেটিক না, if you don't have a trust or will.
নিউ ইয়র্ক থেকে সম্প্রচারিত TBN 24 টেলিভিশন, বিশ্বজুড়ে বাঙালির কণ্ঠস্বর।